You know that feeling when you hear a song you absolutely love and you just have to tell someone about it? But then you can't find the right words in English? Well, we've all been there. Music is such a huge part of our lives, right? And being able to talk about it is an amazing way to connect with people. So in this explainer, we're going to give you all the words and phrases you need to talk about music with total confidence. Just picture this for a second. You're walking down the street with a friend, and all of a sudden you hear this beautiful melody floating through the air. A simple little sentence like this one is the perfect way to kick off a conversation. See? It connects a totally normal, everyday moment to the incredible world of music. And that's exactly what we're going to learn how to do today. So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why music is such a fantastic topic for any conversation. Then, we'll jump right into some super easy phrases you can start using immediately. After that, we're going to meet the main families of musical instruments, and we'll wrap things up with some really important vocabulary that goes beyond the instruments themselves. Ready? Let's do this. You know, it's so true. Music really is a language that everyone on the planet understands. It doesn't matter where you're from or what language you speak. A happy, upbeat song just makes you want to dance, and a soft, calm melody can help you relax after a long day. And that shared experience, that feeling, it makes music the perfect topic to practice your English and really connect with other people. Okay, so how do you actually start that conversation? Where do you begin? Well, let's look at some simple but really powerful sentences that are going to help you share your musical tastes clearly and easily. This is where the real fun begins. To talk about the type, or as we call it, the genre of music you like, you can use these simple patterns. It's so easy. You can just say, I like, and then the genre. You know, like pop, rock, or classical music. Or, if you want to sound a little different, you can say, I enjoy listening to, followed by the genre. Honestly, both are absolutely perfect for telling someone what kind of music you're into. But what if you want to get more specific? Well, these phrases are going to be your new best friend. You can share your favorite artists by saying, my favorite singer is, or if it's a group, my favorite band is. And to talk about one particular piece of music that you just love, you just use my favorite song is. It is a fantastic way to share what you're really passionate about. All right, now that we've got some conversational phrases under our belt, let's start building up our vocabulary. We're going to explore the different families of musical instruments, and we're starting with the ones that give music its rhythm, its energy, its heartbeat, the percussion instruments. So, what exactly makes an instrument a percussion instrument? Well, it's all about how you make the sound. A percussion instrument is basically anything you strike, you shake, or you scrape. That action creates a sharp, rhythmic sound that really forms the foundation of a song. It's all about that beat. Here we have two absolute classics. First up, the drums. We usually see them in a kit, which is a whole set of different drums you hit with sticks to create this powerful, driving beat that gets everyone moving. And then you have the tambourine. You can hit it against your hand, or you can just shake it to make that bright, jingling sound you hear all the time in folk and pop music. And the variety you find in percussion is just incredible. For example, look at the xylophone. You use these little mallets to strike wooden bars of different lengths, and that actually lets you play a full melody. Then you have something like maracas, which you shake to create that distinctive rattling rhythm that's so common in Latin American music. And just to round out our percussion section, think about these sounds for a second. The loud, explosive crash of a cymbal, the delicate, high-pitched ring of a triangle, and that happy, festive chime of bells. They all sound completely different, right? But they're all part of the same family because they're all played by being struck or shaken. Okay, next up we have the wind instruments. And just like the name tells you, these instruments need one very special ingredient to work: your own breath. It's amazing. They literally transform the air you breathe into beautiful melodies. The basic idea here is actually pretty simple. You blow air into a mouthpiece or across an opening on the instrument. When you do that, it causes the air inside the instrument to vibrate, and guess what? That vibration is what produces the sound. By changing how you breathe or by pressing different keys, you can create a whole range of different musical notes. So let's look at two really popular members of the wind family. First, we've got the saxophone, which is famous for that smooth, sometimes smoky, and really soulful sound you hear in jazz music. And right next to it is the clarinet. The clarinet has a crisp, clear tone that you'll hear in pretty much everything, from huge classical orchestras to high-energy swing bands.
And wow, the wind family is huge. It includes instruments like the flute with its light, airy, and almost magical sound. Then you've got the powerful brass instruments, the trumpet with its bright, loud call, the trombone with its unique slide that goes in and out, and the tuba, which provides those super deep bass notes. And even smaller instruments like the harmonica or the accordion, which uses a bellows to push air, are all part of this incredibly versatile group.
Our final instrument category for today is the wonderful string family. These are some of the most expressive instruments out there, seriously. They can produce everything from soaring, beautiful melodies to these rich, complex harmonies. And it all starts with just one simple string. The key word here is vibration. Whether you pluck a string with your finger, strum it with a pick, or draw a bow across it, what you're really doing is making it vibrate, making it dance. Those vibrations then travel through the body of the instrument, which makes them louder and creates the beautiful sound that we get to hear. Let's look at two absolute titans of the string world. First, the violin. It's a cornerstone of the classical orchestra, and it's played with a bow to create these elegant, flowing notes. And then there's the guitar, which is a hugely versatile instrument. I mean, you can strum it to play chords for a pop song, or you can pluck individual strings for a complex melody, making it central to pop, rock, folk music, you name it.
The string family also includes the cello and the bass, which kind of look like bigger violins and play much, much lower notes. Then you have the absolutely elegant harp with its dozens and dozens of plucked strings. But here's a little secret that surprises a lot of people. The piano is also a string instrument. Why? Well, because when you press a key on the piano, a little hammer inside the piano strikes a string, and it's that vibration that creates the sound. Pretty cool, right?
Phew. Okay, now that we know all the different instruments, let's learn some other essential words. This vocabulary is going to help you talk about the people who play the music, the events where you can go to hear it, and the very ideas that make up a song in the first place. Let's break down these 4 crucial terms. It's easy. A musician is simply anyone who plays music. Now, when you get a bunch of musicians playing together, they form a group. A very large group with strings, wind, and percussion playing classical music, that's an orchestra. A smaller group, maybe with guitars, drums, and a singer, playing pop or rock music, we call that a band. And when any of these groups play live for an audience, you are at a concert. Okay, listen up because this is a really, really important point for English learners. The word music refers to the general idea, the art form. It's what we call uncountable. So you can never say musics. It just sounds wrong. A song, on the other hand, is one single piece of music, and it is countable. So you can have one song, or you can have 3 favorite songs. Just remember this. You say, I love music, but this is my favorite song. Let's finish up with 3 more keywords. The lyrics are simply the words that are sung in a song. The beat is that rhythm, that pulse. It's the part that makes you want to tap your foot or nod your head. And when a song becomes incredibly popular and everyone knows it, we call it a hit. Now you can describe a song in so much more detail. So now, it's your turn to practice. I want you to think about these questions and really try to use the phrases and all the new words we've learned today. You know, the absolute best way to improve is to just start talking. After all, music is all about sharing. So, what story are you going to tell with your favorite music?
You are doing great. Don't stop. Subscribe and watch the next video.